What it do? You already know this is your boy Mo from Mo's Auto Clinic, where we do the best repair for very favorable prices for you guys. Again, thank you so much for liking and subscribing to the channel and sharing and the comments. I really appreciate that, guys. Just always want to start that way. Um, and I have another good one for you guys because it seems like every time I do a valve cover gasket, it goes viral. So here it goes again. This is a Nissan, but actually the problem wasn't the gasket. The actual problem was the tubing, the spark plug tubing inside the valve cover. If you didn't know Nissan, or if you just started to work on Nissan, or if you're just doing this at home, Nissan have a lot of problem with this valve cover right here. These are built in there, so you cannot replace them. And that's the problem. That's what's leaking. That tubing, one of those are leaking badly in there. So that's why this whole thing getting replaced. Also, I believe on the V6s, the PCV is built in it, but that's getting replaced. But guys, like I said, here's the problem. She actually caught it, so that's a good thing. That's what happened when you come on time for your maintenance. She's coming for her 90,000 miles services, which is pretty much an oil change, a basic tune-up, air filter, the very, very basic fuel induction service. And then as we doing the tune-up, as soon as we took the coil, we found out coil was soaked with oil. So eventually what was going to happen, guys, is, so I'm going to do it for you guys right now. I'm going to demonstrate it. So here's the coil inside the cylinder, and here's the coil when it comes out. Full of oil, guys. You see it? So what happened is eventually that oil inside that cylinder going to find its way around the spark plug, and it's going to go inside your cylinder, and it's going to cause, misfire. That's number one thing that is going to cause. And another thing that is going to cause is smoke out your tailpipe, because it's burning out with the engine. So it's coming out your exhaust, so it's going to have white smoke, and you'll think your engine is blowing and all type of problem. So again, guys, this is what happened when you come for your regular maintenance and you catch things like that. So you won't have to go through problems like that, and you have to go through expensive repair. Again, I don't like to use silicone on valve cover gasket, except like the manufacturer want me to do, which is the corners. Unfortunately, this car, you have to silicone 4 corners. I usually used to just the 2 corners by the timing. They actually want you to silicone this corner, silicone this corner, and silicone this corner, and silicone this corner. It's already clean. I already cleaned it up. And here's my brand new part. So guys, as you see, it's completely dry. I do not use silicone inside there. I do not use silicone out of there. I don't use silicone around the gasket, outside the gasket, inside the gasket. I just don't use silicone at all because it does not mix, guys. It does not mix with the rubber. So that's how you put them on, okay? You don't put silicone right here and all that. They don't want you to do that. Nissan does not want you to do that. Nissan just wants you to put it and seal it with their own seals that they have on there. The only thing Nissan wants you to do, and a lot of the manufacturer, is them corners. Make sure you seal them corners. That's all. So again, guys, I don't like to use silicone except the places that is recommended by the manufacturer. And this is how you do a valve cover. And definitely, to save you time and save you a lot of headache, if you don't silicone the corners, you're going to have a leak, number one. Eventually, you might not see it at the moment after the repair, but you're going to definitely see it after probably a couple cycles of driving. You're going to see this whole area wet, and you see your alternator down there. So that's a no-go. Your alternator will go bad. And again, you have to be clean. You have to be like really, really clean. This is just the basic draft of me cleaning. Before I put the valve cover, I'm actually gonna run my brake cleaner around there with the rag to make sure I get all the oil and the oil excess out of the area where the gasket gonna sit at. So I won't have a leak, the gasket won't slide, the gasket won't slip as I'm going in there, and that way I could have a very successful repair. I could go to sleep at night and say, okay, this car's pretty fine. I don't gotta have no recheck, no comeback, no nothing. So, and of course, a lot of people say disconnect the battery and blah, 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 blah. Guys, you really don't have to disconnect the battery. It's just why disconnect the battery, and then after that, take the chance of shorting something out when you do put it back. It's not a repair where you're doing some programming or something or some bullshit where you have to starter or alternator, or where you really have to disconnect the battery. This is just a valve cover gasket, guys, and a valve cover. You don't have to disconnect the battery. Keep the battery going, because also you're gonna lose the memory inside, and the customer might be pissed off. So anyway, guys, you like valve cover, here go 5 minutes video. I hope I explained everything. Now this thing is a little different for you Nissan, or if you're doing this at home. This got the engine mount bracket on top of it, and also got that other bracket right here, which is both to your engine mount right here. So these got to be disconnected before you disconnect the valve cover. Anyway, guys, I hope you like this video. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Sorry I'm not making too many videos, but here we go.